everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for week 4 of our Live Better weekly videos with topics related to all things COVID-19. We're with Centric Federal Credit Union. I'm Kelly Green, joined by Casey Messer, and today we're going to recap on a few things related to your stimulus check payments. Now, the IRS has started to issue the economic impact payments to many Americans this week. Just an update to their website: if you are not usually required to file a tax return, there is now a link to enter your information so that you can receive your stimulus payment. This can be found on the IRS's coronavirus page, and the exact link will actually be applied in the email received with this video. Today, Casey's going to join us and share a few things too in relation to commonly asked questions. And Casey, take it away.
Thanks, Kelly. So I just wanted to share some commonly asked questions related to finances during this time. The first thing is, what is the safest and most convenient way to bank? Right now, continue to use your cards and your online banking. It is safer to keep your money with your financial institution. Of course, if you're using cash and not your debit card or your credit card, there's really no way to recover that lost or stolen cash, so keep that in mind. Of course, with the technology of mobile banking, you can make deposits, transfers, you can check your balances, and so much more just at the touch of a button. So make that the top priority as far as doing your banking. The next thing is what to do when you're in a tight spot due to income loss, or even if you've just dropped below your normal weekly hours. We really encourage you guys to avoid high-risk alternatives like payday loans. This type of action can leave you in a worse position than you were in even during this crisis. So that is because of fees, penalties, and interest. Those loans just really accrue. So be careful with that. Of course, you can visit with a financial counselor at your credit union. Just have an objective set of eyes to look at your plan. Your local credit union can help you map out that financial plan, and really one that's specific to your family, and it can even give you steps to help you accomplish that plan. The next thing is loan deferment. So is that possible? Is that a possibility for you? Check with your financial institution and any of your lenders that you work with. There may be skip a pay options or even some deferment options, depending on if you've lost your job or you've just dropped some of your hours and you're receiving less income than normal. The next thing is a new thing, federal student loan relief. So if you have a federal student loan, payments and interest accrual have been suspended until September 30th of this year. So you can still make payments if you're able to, but just know that they're not requiring you to make any payments, and they're not charging you any interest on those loans during this time. How can you help your family, especially those older family members that you may have? Stay in touch with them. Call your older family members often and encourage them to limit their contact with others. Offer to shop for their essential stuff. Introduce them to pickup, really limit their exposure. Of course, educate them. Scams are everywhere right now, and because the older population may have more assets or regular income because of retirement, they are a greater target for scams. So really help them protect their money. They are isolated right now because of the coronavirus, and so they need to be aware of the common scams and what they look like. So help them in understanding those things. I'm going to kick it back over to Kelly for some additional resources and really ways that we can serve you.
Thank you very much for those tips this week, Casey. I appreciate that so much. Something to really consider right now, too. We just last week covered a few of the scams, the latest scams that are known to us. Even to today, as early as this week, we actually have heard of payments going out that are fraud payments. They're checks in the amount of $100. They're stated as a COVID payment that you can print on your printer. These are fraudulent. Do not attempt to cash them. Do not communicate with anyone via social media or on email that you do not know and you are not familiar with who they are. There are lots of scams that are including their mailing checks to you, asking you to make deposits or cash those items, and then wiring funds to an unknown destination. So please be aware of that. Casey indicated to be in touch with your more mature members, especially during this time, as they certainly are more vulnerable during this situation. And can always. A couple things to remember is that we are always available for you 24/7. You can call us at 340-9656 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our online resources at mycentric.org are available to you at any time. You can download our MyCentric mobile app completely free. We're providing weekly tips to you related to tips and other resources that are available to you that are specific to COVID-19 during this time. They're delivered every Wednesday. If you would like to receive the weekly communications in your inbox, you can contact us at marketing@mycentric.org. An additional thing we want to share with you is that many of you might have been impacted by the recent storms that happened here in the Monroe, West Monroe area over the Easter holiday. We want you to share too that if you've got any concerns, any damage to your collateral, and you would like to speak to a resource, maybe a loan officer, to speak about your opportunities that are available to you, please contact us. That's why we're here. We're talking about options with SCIPA payments and potential loan deferments too if you've been impacted by COVID-19. But we also want to just give you a weather impact update in regards to the Pecan Land Center. The Pecan Land Center closed at noon on Monday, and they're anticipating opening back up for regular hours on Tuesday of this week. The good news is, however, is that you can conduct your banking at any of our local institutions. We're also a part of shared branching, which allows you to go to any participating credit union and conduct your banking there. You can visit us at an ATM to make withdrawals or deposit your funds, cash or checks. And you can also make transfers or deposit checks by your mobile phone. If you have also been impacted by the storm and if you need additional assistance, you may reach out to United Way by dialing 211. As always, we thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you sticking in there with us and trusting us as your resource during this time. We wish for all things for you and your family to be safe and overall healthy. Thank you so much.